Grand Rising, happy Friday. I pray everybody's having a positive, productive start to your day today. If not, I pray that your angels, ancestors, spirit guides, and of course the Most High help you with that today. I also pray that He clothes us in His armor from head to toe, that He strengthens our discernment and guides our steps as we go throughout this day. I also want to send loving, healing energy to anybody that's still in recovery from the storms. Anybody that's dealing with homelessness, addiction, depression, loss of a loved one, anxiety, fear, whatever those things are that you're dealing with, please know that you're not alone. And I'm sending you loads of loving, healing energy today. That being said, I'm here to pull a chakra wisdom affirmation card for Friday, October 25th, 2024. Same as yesterday, solar plexus. Freedom of choice. We got solar plexus yesterday as well. I have the freedom to choose, so I choose wisely because my decisions have a great impact on how I see myself and how I feel about myself. I own, accept, and express my feelings unreservedly and do not try to escape them with my own mind games. I have free will to choose how I respond to any situation. I choose to respond with wisdom, clarity, and understanding. That makes me think of the serenity prayer that's already come up once today. God, grant me the serenity to change the things that I can, the courage to accept the things that I can't, and the wisdom to know the difference. I have the freedom to choose. We all have the freedom to choose, no matter what it is. I will say that there are times where we really don't. But most of the time, before we got to that point where we don't have the freedom to choose, we did have the freedom to choose, and we chose to where it ended us up in a position to where we couldn't. Does that make sense? Like, we made a series of bad decisions that led us to a point where we no longer had a choice, right? I own and express my feelings unreservedly. Okay, that's, I've noticed a lot, like there's some, one of the downfalls of being an overthinker. It's not always a bad thing, but it can be. It is important to be able to express your feelings like that. But there's always also a certain time and place, like you can't just get peed off at somebody in the grocery store and just like let your feelings rip, right? You know what I mean? Like I choose wisely because my decisions have a great impact on how I see myself and how I feel about myself. Okay, but it also has a great impact on how others see you and judge you. Even though we're not supposed to judge other people, it happens all the time. I mean, let's just be real. How often do people do things they're not supposed to do? And judging people is one of them. I have free will to choose how I respond to any situation. Okay, now for the most part, that's like 100% realistic. But it may not be easy. Because sometimes the way we want to respond versus the way we should respond It can be a conflict of interest sometimes. So just be aware. Try to make, as spiritual advisor says, make good choices. Then, if you know that you've done all that you can to make informed, wise choices that provide you with self-respect, you make those choices out of loving yourself properly, you're not going to let anybody allow you to question those choices, because you know that you were diligent in the process of making sure that you made the right choice. Like, okay, hypothetically, you're on a diet, but your husband isn't. And so, he expects dinner to be made, but you're not going to be eating the same thing that he is. Are you going to respect yourself enough to keep that? And is he going to respect you enough to allow you to do that? That common ground. That's just a very basic example. I didn't want to make it anything too complicated or emotional, but little choices like that matter. Going back to our daily affirmations, we got the health card. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Our health is important. It's our responsibility to make sure that we make healthy choices for our body. And no, we can't make other people make healthy choices, but we can also set that boundary to where they have to respect our healthy choices. I hope that makes sense. I hope that goes right. But that being said, I'm going to leave it there. As always, be grateful for what you have, the big, the small, and the blessings yet to come. If you see a need out there today, tomorrow, next week, if there's any possible way that you can fill that need, please do so. You may not only better their day, but you could possibly change their life, and you never know the impact it could have on yours. As always, be blessed, find peace, and I'll see you next time.